What's up, everybody on the YouTube land? It's NWO Slayer coming back for another stream. It's very early. It's almost 9 a.m. So maybe we won't get a bunch of viewers here. But then again, I know I have viewers kind of all over the world. So maybe I will. We'll get a lot of the UK people in or whatever. But I'm going to start off with a couple songs as usual, and then we'll get into the topic. I have a few things to talk about today. Namely, we'll go over a Simon Dan video. We have another video about crazy beliefs about the universe from our past. And, obviously that's the crazy belief is flat Earth, I'm assuming. And then we have another video that's kind of long about backwards speaking and weird symbolism and stuff like that. So we got a good list of topics for this morning's stream. And we're going to go ahead and play a song. And then after we play a few songs, I'll get into the topic. Thanks for coming. Appreciate you guys. And let's do it.
And we're going to have to come to the grips with the fact that they told us exactly what they were going to do. They wrote a document called the Project for a New American Settlement.
Don't ever say I didn't warn you. That's about all one can do. Anything these creatures tell, the opposite is probably true. Every day, their grip is getting stronger. We must not prune the tree of evil any longer. Every day, the tyrant's getting closer. Will you sit back and watch, or do what you're supposed to?
What can I get with 2.3 trillion? When does a citizen become a civilian? When did the heroes morph into the villains? How can two planes powderize 3 buildings? These are questions that could get you murked, politically, socially, physically, put into the dirt. Many swear that there's some kind of conflict of interest within. The conflict depends upon what you're interested in. You can chant 9/11 was an inside job all day until you say the Mossad and pay closer attention to Flight 175 and the odd cylindrical pod beneath the fuselage. Then it's 2 + 2 level addition after you factor in the flight termination systems. Then flash back to the cash the good rabbi stole, September 10th style, right down the rabbit hole. What can I get with 2.3? You can get unlimited corporate news. What can I get with 2.3? You can have any mercenaries you choose. What can I get with 2.3 trillion? You can steal a couple million souls. What can I get with 2.3? You can get everything under control. The missile they hit the Pentagon with was not an act of randomness. It murdered accountants, bookkeepers, and budget analysts. That side of the building was retrofitted prior to this to withstand bomb blast, a nickname to catcher's mitt. If that don't give you some kind of clue why they glued a mortar, maybe you should take some medication for your new disorder. If buildings are burning, don't ever trust a news reporter with 267 stories of gruesome slaughter. Don't ever mention Dov Zakim and trillion stolen, much less missile-equipped Boeings even remote controlling. With System Planning Corporation International, the folks to see if you got some buildings you like to crash into. But that's impossible without the proper capital. That's why I'm asking you what you would do with unimaginable wealth. So much money you can't delve in it. Enough to buy 10 presidents and 12 senates.
What can I get with 2.3?
You can get unlimited corporate news. That's right.
What can I get with 2.3?
You can have any mercenaries you choose all night.
What can I get with 2.3?
You can steal a couple million souls. Indeed.
What can I get with 2.3?
You can get everything under control. Now that's greed.
What can I get? With 2.3 trillion. What can I get? What can I get with 2.3? What can I get with 2.3 trillion? What can I get?
You know, it took me about a year to start hating the 9/11 victims' families.
Okie dokie. On to the next song.
World Star Hip Hop exclusive.
Okie dokie.
Saved is the movement. Yeah.
Ready or not, I feel it's time for change. You can't be the only one who feels this way. It won't stop till we turn from evil. We gotta stop putting money over people.
Ready?
Lord, I feel so alone. And it seems no one else cares, but I'm gonna keep holding on.
I think they opening their eyes.
'Cause I know you're still there.
Ready or not, my weapon is cocked. As soon as I step in the spot to send me a pop, machete your block. The desert you sever the ties between your neck and the rest of your body.
Wait, stop. Now that you're listening, I can spit what's real again. Lead them to the cross, cause they lost like Gilligan. Lead them out of darkness, they fog lights dim again. Yep, this is Bizzle, I am on my tip again. It's easy to rap like that. I've rapped like that since I was 8 and wasn't even strapped like that. And even now, chill up in the streets a while, seek a child, tell him freestyle. Better be about a gaddy program like that. It's all about a check to the EMS, pump blood all about his chest. And then it gets real, cause then it hits home. And your kids gone wild to rap a party on the jet with them. It's all about me. My kids gotta eat. Your kids in the mansion, my kids in the street. My kids on the block when your kids go to sleep. Do you even care enough to shed a tear down your cheek? I know I can't change the world, but I'ma try though. I'ma drive slow and let God be the God though. Stay up in the Bible and read about Christ. Learn a thing about life and learn to lead without pride though. Everybody mama mess up, but we can change though. Life is a crisis, but Christ is the way though. They aiming at my halo with all kind of hate, but I'm straight and I'm still gon' love them anyway though.
Ready or not, I feel it's time for change. You can't be the only one who feels this way. It won't stop till we turn from evil. We gotta stop putting money over people. Lord, I feel so alone, and it seems like no one else cares, but I'm gonna keep holding on, 'cause I know you're still there.
So much damage, how to undo it. Ain't gotta go to college to do it. Hip hop will teach you how to be stupid. They providing the youth with a roadmap to jail, selling they so fast for a flow that can sell. Seen hard times, I know that as well, but the future's ahead of you. Don't go back and dwell. And when you're tired of falling, though, you got a higher calling, so know that, cause it ain't no phone jacks in hell. The haters will be there, they waiting everywhere. If you can survive the hood, you can make it anywhere. Guys numbered, every freckle on your face and every hair. Keep his laws in your heart, you can take them anywhere now. I wasn't a Christian rapper, but maybe the Lord's calling me to be more than just a rapper. I stepped up to the plate like a man, so from here on out, you can say that I am Bizzle.
Ready or not, I feel it's time for change. You can't be the only one who feels this way. It won't stop till we turn from evil. We gotta stop putting money over people. Lord, I feel so alone, and it seems like no one else cares, but I'm gonna keep holding on,
Yeah.
'cause I know you're still there.
Yo, let me tell you how God work, right? I was just thinking about this while I was mixing my vocals. And I wrote my first verse when I was 8, no lie. And it was called World Peace. You know what I'm saying? It's about just trying to change the world, trying to, you know, it might sound corny, but whatever. So since then, I done strayed so far from God, homie. Just on the block, like in my personal life and with my music. Even though it's a gift.
Alright guys, I'm about to play
I
something
use it
different
to
here
glorify.
because it is still early and like nobody's here, which, you know, I kind of expected that anyways. I'm gonna play a song that I made years ago that is completely like unlisted. You're never gonna hear it again until now. I probably won't ever post it. I'm not like super happy with the song and how it came out. It was a freestyle and all that, and I kind of just slapped it together. But it's good enough to play on the stream. I think you guys might enjoy this. And this is obviously my own music, so it's a pretty good one.
Way too much fake to see the real, that's just how you feel. Ain't no facts in this field, thought you was the real deal. Like $100 bill, thought I'd give it
Actually,
all.
I think I wrote this song. Either I wrote it or I just like, I don't remember if I wrote it. I've listened to it so many times, I know all the lyrics, even though it's a freestyle.
Be like damn, but I ain't know about the fall. On the wrong side, playing games just to feed your family lies. No gangster rap, I stand up right. Late night, still my roll to swish it tight. But in reality, it's a tragedy. It's so sad to see. I don't wanna be the beast, I wanna beat the beast. The fire I'm preaching, you know, we from the kingdom, so forget about the precepts. No games, this ain't recess. I rap about the pretense, that's the beginning and the last. God's word, it will last. Living word of God, what I contemplate. Late nights, I gotta concentrate. They try to tap my faith, but you know I'm heavyweight. Can't shake my grace, boy, I know my place. So you better get right before you take flight. I don't let the game take height in my life.
This thing right here, it was so the cut is insane because the guy in the background on the beat says cinema, and as he says cinema, I'm like freestyling about somebody like going to the movies or something, and like I didn't even time that up. It just like perfectly.
That's too real to be. You take flight.
Like, listen to, I say something about the movies, and then he's like cinema. Oh, it's actually like that. That was so on point, and it was totally unintentional.
I don't let the game take height in my life. God's too real to be on the other side. I ain't choosing sides. You pick and choose like it's movie night. I just put
pick and choose like it's movie night. Cinema, like what? I'm not gonna
up the good fight. So if I die, or you take flight in my life. God's too real to be on the other side. I ain't choosing sides. You pick and choose like it's movie night. I just put up the good fight. So if I die, I know I'm verifying the truth. I tell everyone in cahoots. You sold out for the pennies and the jewels. Misleading kids, telling my little cousin pack a tool. But you ain't get the message, kid. You play both sides and expect them blessings, sit. I'll be real, it's more of a struggle when you know the world's trouble. Because these people, they want to see it double. I can't shuffle up, I give away to the broken ones just to reach the chosen few. Had a few enemies, but I had to play it cool. Preach and forgive and live so I can see them through. I just want to see my partners repent because I know the truth through a rock. You like that name? Jesus put it on lock. Don't let them blessings stop. I don't care if I'm on top. I could be at the bottom and I'm still riding for the Father. So I know I'm not a goner. I don't need no cash to be the hardest. When you learn the truth, you become a target. Guess I'll be a martyr though, cause I got the Holy Ghost. I'm gonna have to let them know the real flow.
Hey, hard bro, hard. I'm not gonna lie.
Yo,
I'm
this is a conspiracy rap.
I got one more. I thought I had another one, but there was part one. Where did part one go? I got part two, part three. Did I delete it?
I told him I would never change. They could give me change. I might have to stay the same. I was balling in the ring. Not too many people still in the game. It's funny how people switch when it comes to your name. I don't need no fame, I just want the grace. People get mad when they see me skating on thin ice, balling out like it's fight night, but ain't no gloves gon' fit, though. Heard you really is a snitch, bro. Talking bad about all your folks. You just wanna go and smoke the dope. You don't see the fake in that, you don't want peace, you just want to see the clash. Shade everybody with a badge, make them scared so they pop. 2020 vision, I can relate to these ops. They trying to take us south. Imagine your cousin got hit, you just saw who did it. You gon' snitch or not be a witness. If you choose the latter, you put in the streets over your family matters. You don't see what's important, you just want a new Porsche, go adore it. Well, I have my fair share of foreigns. If that's all you got in your life, it must be boring. Got me snoring like on codeine. I don't need to sip lean though. That's not me. Why you trying to be something you could never be? Might end up dead in the streets just like Kennedy, but the Holy Ghost is the remedy. So if I die, don't remember me. I don't want you knowing my name. Jesus is the...
I'm gonna stop the song there. It's not really that great, I'll be honest with you. It's okay, you know, I put it together in the past. There you go. I made some music, so there you go. It's not all AI. Not anymore. I do want to play one more song because I just spent the last 5 minutes looking for it, and I'm very excited that I found it. And I can pretty much guarantee you've never heard this. So it's something new. It's a pretty good song. It's only got a couple thousand views. So yeah, it's a good song. I enjoyed it. Some little bit. I know this is more of like a music stream so far, but it's early morning, dude. If this turns into a 2-3 hour stream, then so be it. I'm okay with that. Not trying to bore anybody here, you know what I mean? But I do enjoy this song, and you know, maybe some of you will find it interesting listening to some of my music that I'm 100% not going to release. So there you go. You got the clips. I guess it's released now. I mean, if you're watching this on the replay after it's already up, then yeah, I guess the song's up now. But I like this beat a lot. I feel like I can make a song with this beat. I'm not even gonna lie. It's so hard. 4,000 views, guys. This guy like.
They give the silliest dudes, the Billy, the Cool, the Henny, the Juice, 1 million views.
Like this should at least have like 10K, bro. Like, I feel like he kind of snapped.
They give the silliest dudes, the Billy, the Cool, the Henny, the Juice, a million views. You feminine fools, that trends that's killing the youth. Sell out for the pennies and jewels, play by the filthiest rules, but we say prepare for the slaughter. You better beware of the father that stare at the prophets, they stare at the prophets. Yeah, people going crazy, everybody talking stupid, yo. Told up GCBs, I need a beat, they hit like Julio. Tryna stop the squad, they ain't nothing that new to me. Bunch of fake ox, ain't none of y'all fooling me. They ain't with the squad, they ain't really with the unity. Learning my lessons, I'm getting smarter. Once you on the truth, then you become a target. And people would do anything just to stop it. Don't talk to me, yo. You either hot or you cold. You keeping the laws or you don't. I'm not with the jokes. Niggas talking about Holy Ghost right after a party with hoes. I pop and reload. Niggas know when I'm in the zone. Jumping off the top of the rope like Geronimo. Scriptures gonna chop to his dome. Scriptures gonna chop to his soul. And the most high control. That be the obvious. We dripping godliness. We do a lot of this. Reaching the audience. That's what the problem is. Devils, they see it and wanna demolish it. We ain't deceiving the people who are partying. We don't mislead them so they wanna stop the kid. We show them how to live. Yeah, yeah. Hey, you say
I ain't gonna lie, that's a hard verse. He said, "We don't mislead them. They something they trying to stop the kid." I don't know. Let me run that back. That was a great verse.
demolish it. We ain't deceiving the people who are partying. We don't mislead them so they wanna stop the kid. We show
We don't mislead them so they want to stop the kid. Yeah, that's how it really be, bro.
them how to live.
We show them how to live. Yeah.
Hey, you say what you feel, you say what you want. Yeah, yeah. I've been in the field, I've been with the bros. Yeah, yeah. We keeping it real, we don't sugarcoat. Yeah, yeah. I'm bringing the skill, I'm bringing it home. Yeah, yeah. You say what you feel, you say what you want. Yeah, yeah. I've been in the field, I've been with the bros. Yeah, yeah. We keeping it real, we don't sugarcoat. Yeah, yeah. I'm breaking the skill, I'm breaking it home. Hey, yeah, they hate what they see. We facing the east and pray to the king. Israelite, it's in my veins, my genes. Don't make me bring out the flames, the heat. Don't make me do it. Been to the street, but I ain't been resting. I smack the beat with the lefty. Out in the street with the brethren. Teaching the kingdom of heaven, but they won't take heed to the message. Guessing these demons is helpless, yeah. Ain't got time for a goofy. We chop them up all the time like Bruce Lee, yeah. The truth too raw, sushi, yeah. These people can't hold me. I be the prince with the power, Broly. His friend gang shalom, homie, yeah. His friend gang shalom, homie, yeah. Etc. That be the regular, that's on my schedule. People be asking me questions about heritage. Trust me, I don't leave them lacking intelligence. Kingdom of heaven, that's what we inherited. This place was gonna be burnt and made desolate. Israel, you know I'm a represent. Sisters be modest, so elegant. They see the red in my eye, think it's devilish. Spirit of Christ, that's a definite, yeah. They be like, who told you it's special? I'm chosen, I'm on different levels. We be as golden as shekels. I wrestle with ghosts and the devils. I know I'm a vessel, yeah. They want my soul, I won't let them. Yeah. You know who control, you do better. Yeah, I flow like a feather. Hey.
I flow like a feather. All right, guys, here we are. Do I want to do this one first? Decisions. I have a few topics to go through, but Simon Dan to start? Yeah, I guess so. Let's do it. We might not watch this whole video. Before I even show you Simon Dan, I just want to give you another refresher. Let's not all forget about this guy here. Hold on, let me stream it. Can't forget about this guy because that's who Simon Dan's going to be talking about. As you can see, so I can purposely give you the most ridiculous answer that has nothing to do with the flat earth scientific evidence and make all flat earthers look stupid. That's why they sent me. I've talked to this guy on a stream with flats, and I asked him some of the questions, and he seemed like a shill to me, dude. I mean, I told him, like, you're making us all look dumb and you're making us look stupid. And he said, all publicity is good publicity, and that he didn't really care. As long as people are talking about flat earth, then that's all that matters, even though, like, half the talk is going to be debunking you. So, yeah. So that's who he's going to be debunking today. It's great that we got Simon Dan debunking arguably a flat earth shill to most people in the flat earth community. I'd say they would think so.
Title. I'm taking
I skipped ahead in the video because, yeah, I mean, it's already long enough.
Different approach. Eventually, I was going to have to address the question of what happens next, or what we do now with the information at hand. If you've made it through the guide and the first 9 clues, then at this point you're either buying into the flat model or on the fence.
Or you're making an entire series debunking these clues, and you sort of have
you're Aussie man behind the globe with a triangle looking like an all-seeing eye as a space capsule. I know I did a terrible accent there, but that is kind of funny though. You guys see that, right? The little eye space capsule. I peep these things, bro. I peep these things, but you know, we can't write them off. Oh yeah, I mean, you know, you got the crystal ball too. Can't forget your crystal ball. Yeah, these shills, man. Can't forget the crystal ball.
to be here.
If this is the first one you went to because of the title, I recommend you go back.
I mean, maybe this guy's just a glober, but Simon Dan, like, I don't know, like all these anti-flat Earth channels, I've got my ideas about them. Hey, what's up, Santero? How's it going, brother? Hope you're
Because
doing well.
we're not going to do much in the way of reviewing.
Got quite a
But if
long
you're still with me,
here.
then you would agree
We
that
got this. I'll just show you real quick. This video is going to be pretty cool. Your backward voice reveals all your secrets. I watched like the first 4 minutes, and it was actually a really good video. And then we got this one. This one's 25 minutes. I don't know if we're going to go through it all. I think it's AI voiced over, but crazy beliefs about the universe from our past. So obviously, yeah, I mean, flat Earth is going to get mentioned there.
that 1, the world you've been taught has been kept from you.
Nope, wouldn't agree that at all.
I would agree that the world has been kept from us, at least the world that we know it as. Yeah.
For obvious reasons.
And 2, one way or another, you would like to prove this out.
Which is not possible, but it's always fun to see you try.
Yeah, he thinks.
So how is this possible? The
All
authority...
right, let's see how he proves the flat Earth, right? Because this is, I guess this would be a video to the newbie who's never seen flat Earth. So let's see if he can actually convert somebody to flat Earth, or if, you know, he's going to shill his ways with the behind the curve nonsense.
question, who created what you call the globe, is guarding all the gates. They protect the sky, the outer edge, and most importantly, the education system that shows us at an early age what they want us to see.
Yeah.
Nobody listening to this has their own spaceship or advanced rocket program. Nobody actually owns a long-distance icebreaker. And while some of you may have a private plane, I wouldn't recommend testing a military barrier that technically doesn't exist.
Oh no.
Well, it actually doesn't exist, Mark. And since this video, of course, there has been the final experiment. This hasn't aged well, has it?
I mean, that's just whatever, right? I would just ignore that. Wherever they went for the final experiment, clearly, like, that wasn't the ice wall. You know what I mean, it probably wasn't even close to it. So that's funny on its own right.
But then again...
I mean, yeah, I'm kind of under the belief, you know, you fly far enough in a certain direction, south, unguided by any GPS, you just follow the compass, you're going to come across a Nazi base, and that will be the end of you. I think so. Pretty sure.
You have
We'll
to
find out. Let me know if you make it back. Ask Admiral Byrd what happened to him. And I need to find the date. One of these streams I'll have it popped up, but somebody told me. So don't take my word for this. Don't take my word for anything. Always look it up. But yeah, after Admiral Byrd came back, there was a consensus that they were going to nuke Antarctica. And they had it planned up because after he came back, he was chased out by Nazi UFOs. That's what he said, Admiral Byrd. And then they were planning to nuke Antarctica, presumably to rid it of the Nazis that first fled to South America and then fled south. And there was a UFO sighting above Washington, D.C., and they were flying in the same formation as the Nazi fighters used to fly in World War II. And, yeah, the nukes got called off right after that. And then, you know, soon after, no exploration, only penguins in science. We have to preserve it. We're not friends anywhere on Earth, but we're going to be friends in Antarctica. Everybody gets a little piece of the land, and we'll all come together, even though we hate each other, to protect outer space in Antarctica. Kind of like what he just said, but yeah, I went in a little bit more detail with it.
remember that this is not the story of David and Goliath. the hidden world was never going to be sustainable forever. As a civilization,
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I think the internet and things has like made it a lot more difficult. Information is out there. I still do wonder though, like if there are these outer lands, quote unquote, or New Schwabland, which is like these bases, like I don't know, man. Like I've never went to the deep web to look up conspiracies really. I've kind of went on it just like looking at weird gun websites and like just looking around. I'm not buying any guns on the deep web, believe me. Like I live in America. We don't need to do that at all. I could just go buy one legally. But I was just curious looking around like, damn, this is pretty cool. That's cool. Like I went on some forums. There were some conspiracies, but like where would the pictures? Cause bro, I bet you somebody in New Schwaveland has taken a photo, dude. Or like somebody has taken a photo of the ice wall. Or somebody has like taken a photo of something that we're certainly not supposed to see. And where are these photos? Like, I feel like they have to exist, but it's not going to be on YouTube. It probably won't even be on BitChute or any of that. Like, but if it did end up on BitChute, like, would it get deleted? You know what I mean? Like, I don't think so. I don't know. So that's why I'm kind of, I don't know. I ponder about outer lands and all of that, but I reckon, I don't reckon there's necessarily outer lands. I don't know. There's really no evidence of it other than just like old maps. Like we have evidence of a flat Earth, and we have some pretty solid evidence that it's most likely circled around ice. James Cook, all these explorations, but I don't know if we really have any substantial evidence whatsoever about outer lands or any of that other than just like maps. Have you guys heard of anything like that? I haven't personally, but
evolves, the tools the authority uses as a method of control become more vulnerable. I've learned many things about systems over the years, and one thing that I find most interesting is as layers of strength increase, the higher the chance that they can be used to your advantage.
100%. Yeah, I'm actually agreeing with him with what he's saying here. I think the things they use to control us are the same things that wake people up. Yeah, you push your agenda hard enough, like eventually, like someone is like, "Whoa, why are you pushing it so hard?" Like thought I was supposed to naturally accept this agenda. Now it seems like you're trying to indoctrinate me and force it on me. What's going on? And then they wake up. Why are you trying to force me? Force medical advice on me, government? I don't want your medical advice. Well, if you want to keep your job and you don't want to get kicked out of the military and you want to have dinner with your family indoors, well, you need to take our medical advice. Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem. But that woke a lot of people up. And this is not medical advice. I'm not giving you medical advice. I'm just using an example here. That woke a lot of people up, dude. Totally asleep. 9/11 too woke a bunch of people up before 9/11. I mean, man, I just imagine if 9/11 didn't ever happen. Like, how many people would still probably be asleep? Like, it worked so against them in a lot of ways. Like, I literally played a song about 9/11 in the beginning of this video.
The thing is, if this hidden world was so fragile and unsustainable, it would have collapsed the first time some random sailor crossed the Southern Ocean. But it didn't, did it?
No, because you guys are good at lying, dude, and just like covering each other's ass. And the mainstream consensus is just the mainstream consensus, and you can manipulate search results and get things pushed. Like it's taught to us from the get-go, dude. I was even having a conversation with someone last night, and even flat Earth was gaslight. Like I learned about flat Earth in history class when we were learning about Christopher Columbus and how they thought the Earth was flat and it had an edge, and if you sailed far enough, you would just fall off the edge. Kind of like the Flat Earth Society with the disc floating in space with the water, just like there's no ice wall, it's just water flying off the disc into space. And he was like, well, yeah, that's what they thought. And then, they discovered America and it turns out the Earth was round. And yeah, they gave me like a false flat Earth model to begin with. Nobody thinks it's a disc in outer space. Like, that's your first clue. There is no outer space. It's certainly not a vacuum. I mean, there's something up there. I guess it's water, from my best guess. And I really kind of is a guess because last time I checked, there's a firmament. So it's not like we can go past it and go check what's beyond the firmament. And believe me, I'm pretty sure we tried. Look up Operation Fishbowl and all the attempts to shoot rockets at the firmament and try to break it, quote unquote. Yeah, I think it's water. Pretty sure it's water. That's what it says. Water's above, water's below. That's what I'm going with. The Bible seems to be pretty right about everything else cosmology related, the circuit of the sun, the circuit of the moon, foundations, face, all that, circle. So yeah, I mean, I take the Bible's word for it there. Take it pretty literally.
In fact, it's only been confirmed to a higher degree of accuracy as time has gone on.
But maybe I'm talking in riddles.
One more quarter.
I should be
Hey,
boiling
up,
it down
How's it
to
going?
what
Welcome.
can be done by showing you what's
you.
being hidden, what's important, and how it can be spread to others.
Why did he put this in his video? I don't think Simon Dan did this. I'm pretty sure he did this
Without looking like a crazy person. To be clear, and I can't stress this enough,
do not open your conversation with the words flat earth. I kind of get it. He's like giving flat earth evangelism tips, dude. This video is for people who barely know about the flat earth. So before you tell them to go debate, see, this is his problem. He even told me in a live stream with Flats that all flat earth publicity is good publicity, whether it's bad or not. And with these videos, he's given these minute details, a little bit of crumbs on the flat earth, and now he's giving you points on how to go debate it. Don't go debate it right away, bro. I mean, honestly, you can learn a lot from that because the Globers will tell you this, and you won't have any clue, bro. And you'll be forced to go do research on it and then come back and debunk them once you realize it, or ask another flat earther. So that is a good way to sharpen your flat earth knowledge. You just go in a Glober chat and they'll ask you a million questions, and these might be questions you never even asked. You know what I mean? But yeah, like as far as I can tell, this video is made for like new flat earthers. So
do not start conversations with the word flat earth.
This is basically an admission that the brand you're selling is so...
Yeah, like they make videos easy for him to laugh at, because even I'm kind of laughing at it, dude. Like, this is ridiculous, bro. Honestly, like, it's not ridiculous. I get what he's saying. Like, you know, don't start with flat earth, yada, yada, yada. But, like, I don't know if I fully agree with that, because then it's a little deceptive, you know? Like, if somebody's, like, so scared of a buzzword, dude, then, like, do I even want to talk to them about it in the first place? Like, if I have to ease you into a conversation and I can't just lay it on you, like, that's almost like me manipulating you in a way. That's not, I don't know. I'm pretty blunt when it comes to like the truth and things. I don't like try to sugarcoat the truth and like water it down, because that makes no sense, dude. Like, why would you do that? Just so you'll listen. And people do this with the Bible too. Don't say Jesus. Don't say Jesus, bro. Just say peace and love. And no, bro, say Jesus. You better start with Jesus. And if they walk away because you said Jesus, then, well, pray for them, and, you know, hopefully they still get saved and you plant the seed. You know, don't water down the truth just so people will listen to you.
That you have to Trojan horse it into people's heads.
Yeah, even he's saying it. Yeah, like, and you know, I'm not even on his side.
First, Mark, if you have to hide the very premise of your idea just to get people to listen, that's not really a strategy. That's more like...
I really don't like this space capsule. I think that's supposed to be a space capsule, but it looks awfully like an all-seeing eye. I'm gonna be honest. Call me a conspiracy theorist. Like, I'm not trying to point like too much out with that. I just notice these things.
Damage control.
Think of it like Fight Club. The first rule of Flat Club is that you do not talk about Flat Club.
What? The first rule of Flat Club is you don't talk about Flat Club? What in the... Who? This just got way worse. Like, considerably worse. Now it's like... Now, if I was to see this, like, I would think Flat Earth is like a cult movement. I'm not allowed to talk... Like, we're in a club now? The Flat Earth Club? Like, what? Hell no, bro. Hell no. If you want to talk about Flat Earth, you go right ahead and talk about it. There ain't no rule in the club. I'm not in the club, okay? I don't take any secret oaths. I'm not saying, you know, like, he's in the club, but I ain't in no clubs, bro.
Before you started waking up And watching all these things, you were like me. You laughed and mocked.
The first rule of Flat Club is you not. Oh man, I'm just gonna continue because I just want to like just go off a little bit, but I'm not going to.
Everything that was flat Earth. You may have learned faster than others, but the knee-jerk reaction by 99% of the people was created the day they sat down in a classroom and stared at the globe. Look at the videos, not just mine, but others who are putting forward some great arguments, and ask the questions that people can relate to.
The reality is,
ask the questions that people can relate to. What's a flat Earth question people can relate to? I mean, that's okay. I do get that. Like, hey, you don't feel the Earth spinning. Hey, you're in a helicopter for 4 hours and the helicopter is in the same position as when you took off. Hey, you're flying on a plane and I know sometimes the windows curve the Earth, but most of the time they don't. Every time I've been in a plane, I've never seen curvature. And I've been in like, probably, I don't know, 20 planes, maybe 15. But other times, yeah, I guess the windows do curve it a little bit. But even like honest people will tell you, yeah, I look in a plane and I don't see the Earth moving below us, and it looks pretty flat. So those are like, I would say those are relatable topics to the flat Earth. Your senses appeal to the senses. You don't see it moving, you don't feel it moving, you don't see a ball. You don't feel a ball, that type of thing. I do get behind him with that. Notice the pyramid here. That's great with his little all-seeing eye in the background, hypothetically speaking.
people reject it because it doesn't match anything they see in their daily lives. Long haul flights, star constellations, seasons, time zones, all perfectly consistent with the globe. You don't need a teacher to tell you that.
It's pretty consistent with flat Earth too, though, And last time I checked, the Bible says that nobody can... Okay, let me just pull this verse up. If the heavens above be searched... Okay, here it is. Jeremiah 31:37. Thus saith the Lord, if heaven above can be measured, and the foundations of the earth searched out beneath, I will also cast off all the seed of Israel for all that they have done, saith the Lord. So I'm pretty sure nobody's mapping out the heavens, nobody's mapping out the foundations of the earth. We'll never fully understand this realm we're in, and I think that's like a pretty biblical thing to say. Unfortunately, it's not unfortunate, but like we obviously want to know like everything there is to know, like just like the Globers, they think they've mapped out basically the heavens above and the foundations of the earth. I mean, they don't even think there's foundations on the earth. I don't know where they could possibly be. We've supposedly seen every angle of the globe from outer space. We have all these pictures. I've never seen any foundations, and I've never seen heaven. The Bible sounds like heaven is above the earth. I don't know, and the foundations should be below it, as far as I can tell. So yeah, we got a problem there.
You can observe it.
But yeah, of course, these globies, they think they've discovered everything there is to discover. There's nothing left to discover. Maybe in the oceans, right? Because we still haven't even discovered like 50% of that, probably more. I don't know what the percentage is there, but it's a lot. Hold on, I'm looking up another verse really quick. Give me just 2 seconds. Boom, boom. Almost done. Sorry. Okay, here it is. Yeah, Job. Here we are. Okay, so it's 3. Let's share this. Okay. ESV is fine. That's okay. Where were you when I laid the foundations of the earth? Tell me if you have understanding. Who determines its measurements? Surely you know. Or who stretched the line upon it? The line. A line upon the earth? I thought it was curved. On what were its bases sunk? Its bases? It's sunk? Who laid its cornerstone? Wow. The cornerstone. When the morning stars sang together and all the sons of God shouted for joy. Or who shut in the sea with doors? With doors? When it burst out from the womb, when it made clouds its garment, and thick its darkness swelling been, and prescribed limits for it, and set bars and doors, and said, thus shall you come and no farther, and here shall your proud waves be strayed. Have you commanded the morning since your days began, and caused the dawn to know its place, that it might take hold of the skirts of the earth, and the wicked be shaken out of it? It is changed like the clay under the seal. It is changed like clay under a seal. Wow, okay. And its features stand out like a garment from the wicked. Their light is withheld, and their uplifted arm is broken. Have you entered into the springs of the seas, or walked in the recesses of the deep? Have the gates of death been revealed to you, or have you seen the gates of deep darkness? Have you comprehended the expanses of the earth? Declare if you know all of this. Where is the way to the dwelling of light? Where is the place of darkness? I'm just going to read the whole chapter. Almost done. Where is the place? And where is the place of darkness? That you may take it to its territory, and that you may discern the paths to its home. You know, for you were born then, and the number of your days is great. You have entered into the storehouses of the snow, or have you seen the storehouses of the hail, which I have reserved for the time of trouble, for the day of battle and war? What is the way to the place where the light is distributed, or where the east wind is scattered upon the earth? Who has cleft a channel for the torrents of rain, and way for the thunderbolt, to bring rain on a land where no man is, on a desert in which there is no man, to satisfy the waste of desolate land, and to make the good ground sprout with grass? Has the rain a father, or who has begotten the raindrops of dew? From whose womb did the ice come forth? And who has given birth to the frost of heaven? The waters become hard like stone, and the face of the deep is frozen. Yeah, this sounds pretty effy to me. But yeah, I don't think anybody's measured out the foundations of the earth. I think it's really only God that knows these intricate details on really exactly how the flat earth works. Sorry. Fraudulent slip up there. Oh no. Clip it, Globers. Clip it. Post it on YouTube.
Yourself.
I'm going to introduce...
It happens, guys. I got a Glober that made a video on me like 2 days ago, and he said I'm dumb because I said the moon's creation, or the moon's origin, has nothing to do with creation. Well, I said it does. I said the moon was like during creation. And the other guy like clipped me, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, he thinks the moon was made at the same time as the universe." Because I don't know if you know this, but with the Big Bang and everything, like the universe came about, and then probably 100 million years later, somehow the moon formed, and then the Earth formed after that, and it was a whole long process. Whereas Genesis, even if 1,000 years is a day for the Lord, it took him 7 days, and he rested, and that was it, and creation was done. It was finished. So the moon's creation was a part of the actual full creation. It wasn't this separate thing. God didn't finish creation and then make the moon later. So I just thought that was funny. A Glober made a video on me saying that, as if that's a proof of anything. I'm a Christian, dude. Last time I checked, the moon and the sun were made at the same time as everything else, not the exact same time, there was an order, but it was in the time of creation. And then when creation was done, then things carried on, you know what I mean? But yeah.
3 very important questions that you can use, each with a statement that precedes it, and each statement is a motivation for a different group of people. If you don't fall into one of these 3 groups...
Well, I still try to reach out to a lot of the Globers, because I was a Glober too at one point. And it was really the Bible that woke me up, and just flat earth measurements, and just seeing it for myself. And then questioning gravity. What is this gravity thing we're talking about? Why is there no ether? Einstein abolished the ether. If we prove the ether, then you disprove relativity. It's as simple as that. And as far as I'm concerned, there's many experiments that prove the existence of an ether. What exactly it is, I don't know. Can we harness some type of energy out of it? Probably. Are people seeing it on psychedelics? Probably. Is there some type of aura around people that people also say has to do with the ether? Probably. There's a lot of weird stuff. The ether goes into mysticism, and it's almost occultic in a way, because I think they're trying to harness some type of spiritual powers from it and all of that. But in a scientific sense, I think it probably has its phenomena as well.
Then I guarantee you know people that do. The first statement is this: you are being hidden. What do I mean by that? Well, this goes back to Clue 7 and Clue 9, which talk about the flights in the sun.
This is a whole conspiracy. Like, flat Earth isn't a conspiracy. It's just objective, and we can present facts and evidence. This is making it into a conspiracy. Remember Clue 9. Like, this is like a cult. Like, if I was new to flat Earth and I saw this, I would get like weirded out.
Southern Hemisphere. If you are flying a plane over the Southern Hemisphere, your flight is not being tracked.
Totally not true. You can sit in Sydney with...
Yeah, you see what I mean, guys? He's just like, oh my goodness, dude. That's the best flat Earth. That's clue number whatever. That's one of the clues. Wow, dude. I mean, I feel like I should be reviewing this video, not Simon Dan, because I can do all the roasting myself. I don't need a Glober to do it.
A cup of tea, fire up an app on your phone, and watch live data of a Qantas jet cruising over the South.
Yeah, we're all just conspiring against the globe, as usual, as we do, with our tinfoil hats and our crystal balls and one-eye symbolism, as we do.
Pacific.
Wait, that's what he's doing.
You don't even need the internet.
At least the last part with the symbolism.
Obvious all over the Southern Hemisphere.
I guess he's conspiring against the flat Earth. He's got the flat Earth or the globe conspiracy.
Their own ADS-B receivers, physically picking up the.
I don't need this Glober to tell me that Southern Hemisphere flights are tracked on flight radar. I don't need him to tell me that.
And ask them this question: why are citizens of our country flying over oceans without the safety net of the GPS system? And remind them that GPS stands for global, not partial.
Oh my gosh, it stands for global. You're a flat earther. Why are you pointing out? By the way, guys, GPS stands for global. Welcome to the flat earth. Like, what? This is like, I feel like he's trolling with this video. He might be like actually just trying to make us look dumb. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not even. Well, let's hear what Simon Dan says, because obviously
GPS.
I'm roasting him just as bad.
Anything could happen to your plane, and no one knows where you are.
Now, if you do...
Yeah, in that case, like, let's say, the pilot didn't have GPS or whatever. Like, it's usually, like, dead reckoning, and they have, like, certain navigation. They can still use the compass and different things like that. Like, the plane wouldn't just fall out of the sky if the GPS stopped working. Like,
do something like that. The only thing you're exposed with this stunt is how little homework you've done on the topic. I mean, by all means.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I hate to agree with this guy. I'm just going to skip ahead because this is...
That is in effect now has what appears...
Wait, I thought he said flights weren't tracked down there, dude. Didn't he just say flights in the Southern Hemisphere weren't tracked? Last time I checked, flights in the Southern... Atmos, I don't want to call it a hemisphere, but down in the south there, that's Australia now. So what's up with New Zealand and Australia? I'm looking at a lot of tracked flights.
Be huge deliberate gaps in the southern hemisphere only.
Now there might be gaps. I don't know about the gaps. I don't know about the gaps.
Not mention flat Earth.
But as far as like no flights being tracked, like he literally debunked himself. He said there's no flights being tracked, and then he immediately showed. And then he said global. He pointed out the fact that GPS stands for global, which means a globe. And then he debunked himself right after and showed a picture of Antarctica with tracked flights. Like this guy's, I feel like this is like a humiliation ritual. Not actually like. I'm not saying he uploaded this as but it might as well be, dude, right? Like he's just making us all look retarded. Like I would have deleted this video if I even rewatched it one time.
Just voice your concern about the safety of you, your loved ones, and your fellow citizens. Will they get back to you? Possibly. Will they give you a satisfactory answer? Not a chance. Because they will only have what the military gives them.
The Flat Earth Society. Yes. Thank you for putting this up there. That is... Why would you put this in a flat Earth video? Why? Who does this, bro? Who's this? Who is this guy again? Who is this guy? I know I should know his name. I just like it's skipping my mind. I'm gonna put a picture on screen of him, and you'll know exactly who he is. He did Behind the Curve. Behind the Curve. I should know his name. I do know his name. It's skipping my mind. And I don't really focus on these people too much anyways. I don't give them any attention. It's a Simon Dan video, so he's reviewing it. I'm not trying to give attention to all these basically like fake flat earthers as far as I'm concerned. This guy right here. This guy right here. The agent. The disinfo agent. Yep. The one that I've been on a live stream with him, and he is 100% a disinfo agent. I don't know how else to put it. Like, to be honest with you, I don't know if there is a better way to put it than that. Because what he said, yeah, it's on Flats' live streams. If you go back maybe like a good couple months ago, you'll see me talking to him, and I was asking him like, why are you shilling out? Why are you making us all look bad? Why didn't you do the experiments right? Like, why did you even go out with these documentaries if you knew it was going to be a hit piece? And he was just like, oh, all publicity is good publicity. As long as we talk about flat Earth, it's all good. And that is just not good at all. I mean, this is flat Earth too. Should we be talking about this? No, dude, of course not. This is retarded. Nobody believes this. And if you do, you got lied to.
What this will do, however, is create a unique buzz in certain circles that may prove to be useful later. The more politicians or high-ranking...
I'm telling you, this is a conspiracy. Oh, it's going to create a buzz, which may be useful later. Like, the wording he's using, everything about this video is like so... Like, you take flat Earth as a conspiracy, and then you just make it extra conspiratorial, and you start connecting dots and things. Like, you don't need to pull out the schizo board and draw a line from this over here and then draw a line to this over there. You don't need to do that. You can present flat Earth in a non-schizo way. Like, it's very possible.
Officials you contact, the greater the noise.
I think you've got all this wrong, Mark.
They're trying to hide you. The first rule of the Flat Club is don't talk about flat. By the way, GPS stands for globe. I missed the other like 3 things he said. I mean, we're only halfway through, and he's doing the pyramids just off camera.
There won't be a buzz or noise.
I'm sure he does that a few times in the video, but I'll give him a pass. We're not gonna go RV and call him a Illuminati shill or Freemason or whatever. But it could be. Who knows?
Manner that you think there will be. More likely they'll be laughing about it together in their meetings.
The motivation here, as you can tell, is general public concern. The second statement is this: wealth is being hidden.
Sure.
What do I mean by that? Goes back to Clue 2 and every other...
Yep, NASA is hiding the wealth 100%. I'm going to skip ahead on this one. Let's get to a little more nitty-gritty.
In either the petroleum, natural gas, or mineral industry.
Yeah, oil is also another lie. Look up how deep we're digging oil and where we're finding fossils at.
This means
we're cementing old oil wells shut so we can't go back to them later in time and see if they're still producing oil. Because they do. They do. Ask people who used to work in oil fields back in the day before they started cementing them shut. They used to come back 5-10 years later and start repumping oil, and there would be more oil in the well. When they left, it was empty. Now that's cemented shut, so you can't even go back and pump it again.
ExxonMobil, British Petroleum, Royal Dutch Shell, Chevron, ConocoPhillips, BHP Billiton, Rio Tinto, Glencore, Anglo-American, and there are many others. Find anyone.
Anunnaki Jew lizards. Yeah, I mean, it's probably something like that, man. They're in the conspiracy somewhere along the lines, right? I don't know if I call it Anunnaki, but I think there's definitely like races of non-humans that the humans are taking orders from, and yeah, it sucks.
In these companies and make inquiries about their prospects in Antarctica.
But are they aliens from outer space? God, no. So, who knows what they really are?
Now, here's the actual reality. Yes, geologists and fuel companies
Okay.
know that there is fossil...
I don't want to hear his explanation on fossil fuels. Clearly, he's going to disagree.
Environmental conflicts regarding oil, gas, or mining, why aren't they allowed to even petition the idea, even when the world's energy resources are dwindling more every day? Put the sound of money in their ear. They may not be able to break through the decades of red tape laid out in front of them, but it will create a buzz from a different side, the motivation of greed, and of pristine resources just begging to be harvested.
Again, I don't think it will cause a buzz. These companies know how difficult and expensive...
Interesting. Okay, so is he saying that they should drill in Antarctica? Is that what he's saying?
Sent me stacks and stacks of biblical scripture, asking me to stop dancing around the title of the flat model and call the structure what it really is. And you know, they have a point. I have put myself at a distance because I want to reach people who are outside of religious faith and even outside of general conspiracies. But for all those spiritual groups who have contacted me, I can now, however, say with conviction that this third statement is this: they are hiding God.
100%. There you go.
Absolute nonsense.
And then the atheist guy comes in. Nonsense. We're not hiding God. We've been up there. We've searched the foundations. There is no God. There's no heaven above. There's no foundations below. It's the Big Bang, mate. Yeah.
Even I, as an atheist, understands that pretty much everyone who is religious knows the Earth is a globe.
Oh, wow. So he said everybody who's religious knows the Earth is a globe. Wow. Do you think they became religious before or after they thought it was a globe? Or probably around the same time. Around the same time you're growing up reading the Bible, you're going to school learning about a globe. And then you might just read that globe into that Bible, even though it don't say it anywhere. Like I said, heavens above, foundations below. Haven't seen any on the NASA photos. So they got to be lying. Either that or the Bible's wrong, and it's not. So we have a problem. NASA is lying. Wake up. It's not that hard to see.
Honestly, what sort of horse manure statement is that?
Horse manure. What type of horse manure is that? NASA would never hide God, mate. How dare you say we're hiding God? We've been there. No firmament, no dome, no heaven above, no foundations below. But we're not hiding God, though, mate. I promise, we're not hiding God. But your Bible's wrong. No foundations, no firmament, no heaven above, no water. By the way, stars, not angels. You see how, like, opposite the globe is to the Bible? It's nuts.
Despite what labels I put on the flat model structure, the oldest...
Oh, yeah, we're moving, too. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention. Not only do we live on a spinning ball, we're also moving. Can you think of anything on foundations that moves? I can't think of anything. I mean, you can move a house, but you would have to lift it up off of the foundations to move it, wouldn't you? And you'd have to put it on a trailer. And then you could argue the trailer is now the new foundations, at least until you lay it on new ones. So, like, you're still, like, you would have to remove the foundations to even move the thing.
Names are from the oldest texts, one of those being called the firmament. If the firmament was indeed discovered in 1956, and it was deliberately hidden,
which it was,
then the ruling authority not only hid the structure, but evidence of the builders. And by...
It's in the encyclopedia, guys. It's in the encyclopedia. I'm going to find it really quick. What would it be under, though? It would be under firmament. Of course it would be under firmament. Okay. Sorry, I have folders of the flat earth stuff, and it's all named, like, firmament, Mars, curvature. And I was just thinking, what folder would that be in? And I found the video. Okay, here we go. It pays to name things properly. I don't do it very well with photos, but I try. All right, let's see. Entire screen. Not my entire screen, actually. Whoops. Okay, minimize this. Okay, VLC then. I have to use VLC. Windows Media Player is awful. If you get a chance, guys, let me just recommend delete Windows Media Player and just download VLC. It's going to save you so much time. Even the files open like 5 times faster. It takes like 10 seconds to open an MP4 on Windows normally. VLC will open the file instantly. And you won't have any weirdness with the resolution, and you can't full screen it. Like, I couldn't even stream it just now. I had to use VLC. Anyways, this is the Encyclopedia of America. Americana. I believe this is like 1950 something. Should say the year, right? Does that say a year? 1829. 1958. 1958. So there's a publication date. You can see it says 1958. And here it is. Does it highlight the text? Yeah. These flights proved the inland areas to be featureless in character, with a dome 13,000 feet at height, about 80 degrees south, longitude 90 degrees east. New mountain ranges were located at about 85 degrees south latitude. So yeah, it says there's a dome and it's 13,000 feet high at 80 degrees south longitude. So there you go. It was in the encyclopedia all the way up to 1958. So anybody telling you everybody believed in a globe and it's this ancient thing and only the ancients and the old people back in the day believed it, well, why was it in the encyclopedia? Just curious. They probably won't have an answer.
By
for
builders,
you.
I mean
what answer could they possibly have?
Creators, and by that, I mean what people define as God. Hiding God could be considered one of the worst ideas of all time. And if you are a person of great or small faith, you have a vested interest in any evidence that would solidify and vindicate your years of dedicated service.
Yeah, 100%. I'm firmly in the belief that if the whole world knew the earth was flat, atheism would basically cease to exist. Atheists would be a very, very small minority of people in the world if everybody realized the realm we live in.
Oh my days, you're going to get people to write to their representatives about this one too? Dear sir or madam, could you confirm whether the government is hiding God because they found an invisible dome in 1956 and have hidden it ever since?
Well, apparently 1958. The one I showed was 1958, but...
Amazing.
If a structure was found that...
And notice in this video, he doesn't even show that. I had to pull that up on my own. Whoever's watching this video would just have to take his word for it. And he didn't even get the date right. I mean, maybe they had it in the 1956 edition too, but...
had, for all intents and purposes, the handprint of God on it, then the ruling authority has no right to keep it from you. There are billions of people on this
world. When you say dome is a mountain, what do you mean by that? Dome is a mountain.
World who have personally dealt with the concept of God and would like to know for sure if these beliefs are well placed, or, in short, you want to know the meaning of life. It's out there, and it's been hidden.
Yes, flat Earth is the meaning of life, of course. I'm gonna call it a quits on this video. That was enough of that for me for one day. Enough Mark Sargent. There's his name, Mark Sargent. Came to me right as I closed the video. I remembered his name. So that's interesting. So we're going to check out this next. Crazy beliefs about the universe from our past.
Picture the night sky 5,000 years ago. Imagine it. No telescopes, no satellites, no light pollution. Just you, a crackling campfire, and every single star...
This might just straight up be AI, so I don't know if I want to review this. Like, I feel like he probably just put this entire video into ChatGPT. This might not be a lick of human generation.
Screaming the same primal question.
Let's see.
What in the world are we actually looking at up there? Fast forward to today, and we can confidently nod our heads, perhaps a little smugly, and explain, oh, that's just a 14-billion-year-old cosmos.
We nod our heads smugly and look at the stars and say, that's a 14-billion-year-old cosmos. Oh, that's actually comedy, dude. Yeah, the nodding smugly part is really what made it.
Steadily expanding at a crisp
Steadily expanding at a crisp
70
70
kilometers per
per
second.
second. Ah, yeah, this is AI. I might play like a little bit more, but I can't go too deep into this. It's gonna be brain rot. It's just chat GPT facts. I might as well go debate Luca. Seriously, like this watching this video is basically like having a one-on-one with Luca.
Megaparsec. But let's hit rewind on that cosmic tape. Way back. Because not so long ago,
Oh, here we go.
speaking, the smartest minds on the planet were convinced the Earth was a flat dinner plate nestled under a solid crystalline dome.
In a vast vacuum of space, right? Yeah, for sure, totally.
They believed planets were essentially tipsy gods,
Yep.
staggering aimlessly around us, and that the whole other planet, an elusive anti-Earth, was playing cosmic hide-and-seek right behind the sun.
What? Okay, you lost me with that one. I ain't heard of that one. Maybe that's from some ancient religion.
And they had the mathematics, the diagrams, even the university courses to back it up.
Yeah, they did. There we go.
The truth is, the history of human cosmology is essentially one glorious, often hilarious string of confident, beautifully illustrated, and almost entirely wrong answers.
Almost entirely wrong answers. Yeah, okay. All right, so far, so good.
The very first consensus our species ever reached about the universe? Probably something along the lines of, well, it looks flat, so it must be flat.
There we go. 100%. Yeah, it looks flat. Doesn't seem to be moving to me.
Makes sense, right? Early Mesopotamian scholars, for instance, envisioned their world as a flat, circular disk of land, gently floating on a vast freshwater ocean.
Floating on a freshwater ocean. Oh, that's an interesting one. I mean, I think the water's above, but yeah, okay.
This terrestrial pancake was then capped by a solid, inverted bowl they called the firmament. And those twinkling stars we see,
Angels.
they were thought to be nothing
Lights.
more than tiny holes poked by gods.
What? Tiny holes poked by gods. Okay, so that's just, I don't know where that one came from. That ain't biblical. The Bible says some of them are angels, and they're for signs, seasons, and wonders, and to keep the time. They're lights in the sky,
allowing us mere mortals a fleeting glimpse into heaven's nightlight. The Egyptians painted an even more dramatic picture. They saw the sky as the magnificent goddess Nut, arching her star-studded body gracefully over her husband, the earth god Geb. Each night she'd dramatically swallow the sun, only to give birth to it again every single dawn. This cosmic drama perfectly explained the cycle of day and night.
I don't know about that one. I think maybe like the likes of the Book of Enoch and God explained it better than that.
These models weren't just poetic. They actually for farming schedules, for religious rituals, and certainly for inspiring epic poetry.
And they worked. Oh my gosh, dude. It's almost like they traveled the world thinking it was flat. How would they navigate, dude? Where's their globe model? Oh my gosh, dude. Seriously, like, how did they navigate without a globe model, bro? They should have, like, ended up in Narnia or something, dude.
Snag in this flat-domed worldview? Every sailor who ever watched a ship slowly dip below the horizon, hull first, technically had to be hallucinating.
Yeah, they had to be hallucinating, right? Because refraction is not a thing. Anybody who's ever seen a ship go over the horizon, you're hallucinating.
But seriously, who are you going to trust?
Unless we live on a globe. If we live on a globe, then you're not hallucinating. But if you see that on a flat plane, it's just totally impossible, dude. Refraction, not real. Doesn't exist.
Your own eyes, or the wise, authoritative pronouncements of the local priest and the entire cultural narrative. Then, the Greeks arrived on the scene, essentially the original mythbusters of the ancient world. Anaximander gazed at that same firmament and suggested, that's a charming story. But what if the sky isn't a solid bowl at all? What if it's actually a gigantic wheel of fire, constantly surrounding us? He even calculated the Earth's radius. Wrong, but hey, points for trying.
Then he got it wrong. Well, according to the globe model, so.
Came Eratosthenes, a brilliant librarian who, armed with nothing more than sticks, shadows, and a sharp intellect, managed to calculate the Earth's circumference to an astonishing 2% accuracy. Suddenly, our comfy flat dinner plate transformed into a sphere. And the
Suddenly
sky?
it transformed into a sphere.
Well, it was still teeming with gods, but now these divine beings weren't just flitting about. They were elegantly carried on a series of nested, translucent, crystalline spheres, fitting together like Russian dolls. Plato, with his
Okay, this is enough for me. This is enough. I got one more thing to cover. This will be a good one. I'm doing a stream tonight, by the way. I did a whole deep dive into adrenochrome, and there are videos on YouTube on how to synthesize it. There are testimonials on Erowin.com on their experiences trying the drug, snorting it. And there's also websites where you can buy adrenochrome online. And then I got a couple other links as well. I looked up the effect of aging that adrenochrome has, and I scrolled down to like the second page on Google, and Tom Cruise's Instagram popped up, as well as Jeffrey Epstein's federal indictment. So I don't know why the hell when I search up freaking the effects of adrenochrome, I'm getting Tom Cruise and Jeffrey Epstein, but that's a pretty interesting thing. So I'm going to do a whole stream on that tonight. And I have a couple other more topics to cover tonight as well that I'll get into then. But it's going to be on adrenochrome, and we'll actually watch a video on YouTube on how to synthesize adrenochrome, and we're going to really like go into the whole thing of it.
Anyway, after being dropped, David's tape player would only play tapes in reverse.
Oh, let's see what you said. You can see dome in reference to mountain peaks on maps, charts, and other articles. I think there's a firmament, but that encyclopedia entry I do not believe is evidence of Mythbusters, Greeks. Okay, well, let me go back to it. Hold on. We'll take a look at it again. I'm glad you brought that up. Give me 1 second. Firmament. Boom, boom. Let's see. All right, let's see. Just skipping ahead here. All right. Replace. Boom, boom, boom. Share. All right. Okay, so when they returned to New Zealand, these flights proved the inland areas to be featureless in character, with a dome 13,000 feet high at about 80 degrees south longitude, latitude. New mountain ranges were located at about 85 degrees south longitude, 50 west, reaffirming the observation made by Ronnie that the undercurrent single unit leaving 70 minutes winter. I don't know. I mean, it sounds like the dome is in different reference than the mountains, but I mean, we can all have our own opinions. That's fine. I just wanted to look at it again. Maybe I missed something. Just wanted to be sure. Let's see. Anyways, this is a very interesting video. This has nothing to do with Flat Earth. I'm just going to kind of just run through it. It's 36 minutes long, so.
In 1983, David Oates dropped his Walkman into the toilet. Now, if you're under 40 years old, a Walkman was a portable cassette player. If you're under 30, a cassette was how we listened to music in the Stone Age.
Yeah, this was before my time.
Anyway, after being dropped, David's tape player would only play tapes in reverse. Now, at first, he thought this was entertaining. There were lots of songs.
Well, at the end, they're referencing mountains, but the coordinates to the dome, where they said the dome was, and the coordinates where they said the mountains weren't the same coordinates. They said the mountains were 85 degrees south latitude or longitude, and they said at 80 degrees south longitude, there's a dome at 13,000 feet. And then they said at 85 degrees south, there's mountain ranges. So I don't know. I just don't see why it would be. Yeah, could be. I don't know. It's just a weird thing. Why would they call mountains domes? I don't know.
Songs that contain hidden messages that you could only hear if you played them backward. But those messages were placed there intentionally. Soon, David discovered messages hidden in human speech that were not intentional. Messages that were put there by the speaker's subconscious. Now, it turns out we all do this. In fact, when we lie,
But yeah, he's definitely grifting and making flat Earth look retarded. That is 100% for sure. I'm pretty certain of that, actually.
our subconscious
I mean,
actually
I've talked to the
encodes the
guy.
truth backward.
I've had conversation. Well, I had a conversation with him on a live stream, and he confirmed everything right on the live stream. It's still on Flash's channel. I mean, you'd have to go back, but it's like his last live stream with Mark Sargent. I mean, he's not going to do another one with him. So whatever the last time he was on there was the time I talked to him.
Inside the lies that we tell. Now, this is really interesting because that means the truth about every conspiracy is right in front of your nose, if you know how to find it.
Yeah, so basically, here, let me run that back because this is the whole consensus of this video.
Messages were placed there intentionally. Soon, David discovered messages hidden in human speech that were not intentional, messages that were put there by the speaker's subconscious. Now, it turns out we all do this. In fact, when we lie, our subconscious actually encodes the truth backward inside the lies that we tell. Now, this is really interesting because that means the truth about every conspiracy is right in front of your nose, if you know how to find it.
Pretty interesting concept. I'm not too sure about it. We'd have to watch.
When David Oates broke his cassette player, he didn't realize how far down this rabbit hole went. Reverse recordings have been around ever since recordings were invented. Thomas Edison liked playing music backward on the phonograph.
Thomas Edison wow. I wonder why Thomas Edison enjoyed music backwards.
Occultist Aleister Crowley told his followers that they should learn to listen to recordings and watch films in reverse. In the 1950s, Raymond Bayless and Attila von Saleh This was actually the beginning of EVP, or electron, and ghost hunters were fringe cases. Reverse recordings would hit the mainstream when the Beatles started experimenting with backward messages in their music. At the end of the song Rain, the last few seconds of the track...
You guys know any of this Beatle conspiracy he's about to talk about? Like one of them supposedly died in a car accident, but then he was replaced or something. Oh, yeah, by the way, guys, my stream tonight, I said it was going to be on Adrenochrome. I actually have a government document of a hearing that took place talking about cloning. And it's on a .gov website, yeah. They're talking about cloning, and they're asking a bunch of questions about it. So that'll be super interesting. Like, we're going to go full conspiracy mode tonight. But not out of the realm of possibility. Just like, I mean, the government talking about cloning, I mean, that's going to be a conspiracy whether it's true or not. You know what I mean? So it's still in the realm of reality. It's just going to be a little bit more like, oh, shit, I can't, you know, like a little bit more unbelievable than like, look at this flat line on the horizon. Like, that's easy. You know what I mean? That's like, how's that a conspiracy? That's easy. Versus like, you know, some other stuff. Government talking about cloning in a government document. Very cool. I can't wait to do that stream tonight. Hope to see you guys there.
Are backward. John Lennon said this was an accident, but he liked the way it sounded, so he kept it in. From then on,
maybe I think I'm gonna do this video tonight as well, because this is a 36-minute video, and I think PJ's live right now. I've been going live for almost an hour now, a little bit over an hour. So I think I'll call it on this, and then we'll come back tonight. We'll do this video. We'll go over Adrenochrome. We'll go over the cloning documents that I found from the government. Maybe we'll touch on the weather warfare topic a little bit, and just whatever else will come up. I'll have a little bit of time to find some other resources as well until I go live. So yeah, I'm going to end it here. I'll end with a song as I usually do. And yeah, thank you guys so much for coming. If you guys would, please drop a like. Go check out PJ's stream. I'm pretty sure he's live right now. I'll probably be heading over there after I play this song. And yeah, we'll get out of here. I think I'm going to play that one song again. Because I enjoy that song. I do.
the coupe, the Henny, the juice, 1 million views. You feminine fools, that trends that's killing the youth. Sell out for the pennies and jewels, play by the filthiest rules, but we say prepare for the slaughter. You better beware of the father. They stare at the prophets, they stare at the prophets. Yeah, people going crazy, everybody talking stupid, yo. Told up GCBs, I need a beat, they hit like Julio. Tryna stop the squad, they ain't nothing, they ain't new to me. Bunch of fake ox, ain't none of y'all fooling me. They ain't with the squad, they ain't really with the unity. Learning my lessons, I'm getting smarter. Once you on the truth, then you become a target. And people would do anything just to stop it. Don't talk to me, yo. You either hot or you cold. You keeping the laws or you don't. I'm not with the jokes. Niggas talking about Holy Ghost right after a party with hoes. I pop and reload. Niggas know when I'm in the zone. Jumping off the top of the rope like Geronimo. Scriptures gonna chop to his dome. Scriptures gonna chop to his soul. And the most high control. That be the obvious, re-dripping godliness. We do a lot of this, reaching the audience. That's what the problem is. Devils, they see it and wanna demolish it. We ain't deceiving the people who are partying. We don't mislead them, so they wanna stop the kid. We show them how to live. Yeah, yeah. Hey, you say what you feel, you say what you want. Yeah, yeah. I've been in the field, I've been with the bros. Yeah, yeah. We keeping it real, we don't sugarcoat. Yeah, yeah. I'm bringing the skill, I'm bringing it home. Yeah, yeah. You say what you feel, you say what you want. Yeah, yeah. I've been in the field, I've been with the bros. Yeah, yeah. We keeping it real, we don't sugarcoat. Yeah, yeah. I'm breaking the skill, I'm breaking it home. Hey, yeah, they hate what they see. We facing the east and pray to the king. Israelite, it's in my veins, my genes. Don't make me bring out the flames, the heat. Don't make me do it. Been to the street, but I have been resting. I smack the beat with the lefty, out on the street with the brethren, teaching the kingdom of heaven, but they won't take heed to the message. Guessing these demons is helpless, yeah. Ain't got time for a goofy. We chop them up all the time like Bruce Lee, yeah. The truth too raw, sushi, yeah. These people can't hold me. I be the prince with the power, Broly. His friend gang shalom, homie, yeah. His friend gang shalom, homie, yeah. Etc. That be the regular, that's on my schedule. People be asking me questions about heritage. Trust me, I don't leave them lacking intelligence. Kingdom of heaven, that's what we inherited. This place is gonna be burnt and made desolate. Israel, you know I'm a represent. Sisters be modest, so elegant. They see the red in my eye, think it's devilish. Spirit of Christ, that's a definite, yeah. They be like, who told you it's special? I'm chosen, I'm on different levels. We be as golden as shekels. I wrestle with ghosts and the devils. I know I'm a vessel, yeah. They want my soul, I won't let them. Yeah. You know who control, you do better. Yeah, I flow like a feather. Hey.
All right. Honestly, I'd rather end on some like rock vibes, kind of get my morning going a little bit. So we're gonna play this instead. This is a little bit more hype, you know. It's still early. Kind of wake up. I never went to sleep. I've been up all night, and now it's too late. So we're winging it. I was doing too much research last night, dude. I was looking at all this shit on adrenochrome. I had no idea you could buy it online. And then just going down a couple different rabbit holes, looking for some stream topics. And next thing you know, it was like 3 hours and the sun was out.
Scott Kelly, he's a fucking liar. He's hanging around in a harness in front of a green screen. That bald fucking liar's never been in space. And you can see it written all over his blood red face.
Yeah, not even fucking once, y'all.
No, they didn't. Not even fucking once, y'all. Said I never went to the moon. To the moon. To the moon. Never went to the moon. To the moon. To the moon. Never went to the moon. To the moon. To the moon. Never went to the moon.
All right, guys, I'm out. Bless you.